Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Safira Salsabila and today I would like to share with you a summary and review of 10 academic articles that discuss motivation in EFL learning. I have simplified each article using 4 key points. The first is key points, second one is strength, the third is weakness, and the last one is benefits. To make it easier and clear to understand, especially for us as a future teachers or educators. So, let's get started! Alright, let's move to the first article. The title is The Impact of EFL Teacher Motivational Strategies on Student Motivation in Costa Rica. The key point this article shows that when teachers use motivational strategies, students feel more confident, enjoy learning, and stay more engaged. And the strength of the study is, the study uses a mixed method approach, questionnaire, and also classroom observation, so it gives us both number and real situation. So the next is the weakness. The weakness is the researcher only focus on EFL classroom in Costa Rica, so we can apply the result on every country. And the last one is a benefit. This article is really useful for future teachers like us because it shows how important teacher behavior is in building student motivation. So, the second article is motivation in an EFL context in Iran. So the key point is, this article explains that even though English isn't used daily in Iran, students and teachers still have strong reasons for learning it, like schools, job, and self-development. The strength of the article is, the article gives us a big sample size, like 327 people. It also uses visual tools like photos and also diagrams, which make the data is easy to understand. But the weakness is, the participants are only from private institution in Tehran, so it may not represent the whole country. And the benefit of this article is, this article helps us see that motivation in learning English is influenced by social and cultural factors too, not just the classroom. So, the third article is, why do students study English? The key points of this article is, students' motivation can change over time. For example, it can go down when learning gets hard, but it can also grow with the right support. The strength of this article is, it uses real interview with students, so we hear personal and also emotional stories. The weakness is, only 10 students were interviewed from the one university, so it's very limited. But the benefits of this article is, it reminds us that students' learning journey is emotional and teachers should always be aware of that. The next article is about motivation and EFL achievement based on demographics. So the key points is, age, gender, and even background can affect student motivation and success in learning English. And this article has a strength, it has strong quantitative data like 300 participants and clear analysis of the connection between motivation and also achievement. But the weakness is, it only focuses on university students in Turkey, so it may not be suitable for all contexts. And the last one is the benefits. The benefits of this article is, as a future teacher, we can use this to create teaching strategies that fit students' background better. Alright, the next one is motivational strategies in Saudi EFL classrooms. So these articles tells about teachers and students sometimes have a different view about what strategies are motivating. And the strength of this article is collects data from both teacher and also student and even compares it with other countries. But the weakness is it only studies female students from one Saudi Arabia university. And the benefit of this article are this article helps us realize how important it is to ask students how they feel about learning, not just guess as a teachers. So the next is motivation in primary EFL classroom in Spain. So the key points of this article are students feel more motivated when the lesson is relevant to them and when they understand the material. This article has a strength. It uses both number and student feedback and also includes visual like bar graphs. And the weakness is only one teacher and one school were studied, so the results are really limited. But the benefits of this article is a good reminder for us to always design lessons that connect with students' real life, especially for your younger learners. Alright, the next article, the title is Gender and EFL Motivation in Taiwan. So the key points is female students were more motivated and perform better than male students in study. So the strength is the article use clear statistical analysis and give visual table that are easy to follow. And the weakness is it only focus on one college and doesn't include external factors like classroom environment. And the benefits is it teaches us to understand and support different types of learner, including based on the gender differences. The next one is article with the title The Effects of Teachers in Class Motivational Intervention on Learners' EFL Achievement. So the key points of this article is when teachers apply motivational strategies directly in class, student motivation and performance both improve significantly. And the strength of this article are first, the research design is a strong and clear data. And the second one is use real classroom tests and survey to measure actual achievement. But the study have weakness. Why? Because the study only includes male students in Saudi Arabia, so it doesn't represent all learners. But this article also have a benefit. What is the benefit? It gives proof that motivational teaching really works, super helpful for us to build our own future classroom plans. Okay, the next one is the article with the title, What Can Teachers Do to Motivate Their Students in Japanese EFL Context? So the key points of this article are, not all motivational strategies work equally well. The most effective ones depend on students' English level. But this article also have the strength. The strength is, first, this article is based on long-term classroom data, and the second one, it includes perspective from both teachers and also students. And the article also have the weakness. The weakness is data come from only one school and mostly based on self-reporting, which can be subjective. And the benefits of this article is, this article help us pick the right strategies based on student needs and not just follow a fixed formula. Alright, the last one is EFL teachers' perception of university student motivation and ESP learning achievement. So, the key point of this article are students' motivation has a direct effect on their success in learning ESP, English for specific purpose, but things like peer pressure or boring context can reduce it. The strength of this article are, the first one is use multiple tools like tests, interview, and also questionnaires. And the second one, this article explore both student and also teacher perspective. But the weakness of this article are just focuses only on the one university and one course. It's EEB, so it might not reflect other aspect contexts. And the benefits of this article is this article help us understand how keep learners motivated, especially in specific courses like English for business or economics. Alright, so what connects all these articles? Actually, they all have something in common, and I will explain 5 of them here. First, they all focus on motivation as a key part of learning English, whether in Costa Rica, Iran, Japan, or even Indonesia. Motivation always show up as an important factor in EFL learning. The second one is they highlight the teacher's role. Many studies that show what teachers do in class, whether it's using strategies, building confidence, or adjusting to student needs, can really boost motivation. The third is some articles emphasize cultural and personal factors. For example, Zarabi and Sashua show that students are influenced by their environment, social goals, and even peer pressure, not just what happened in classroom. The fourth is there a mix of perspective. Some articles focus more on the teacher action, like Jones and Sigita, while others give us the student's point of view. And lastly, most of these articles are practical for teachers. Even if the study is academic, the suggestion and strategies are things we can actually try. Then we teach later on. So yeah, even though the topics are from different countries and methods, they are all connected by one thing, helping students stay motivated to learn English. Alright, so that's the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I hope my review of this 10 article helped you understand how powerful motivation is in English language learning, especially in EFL context. Personally, after reading all this article, I feel even more inspired to become a teacher who doesn't just focus on context, but also support students emotionally and helps them stay motivated. If you have any question, comment, or just want to share your thoughts, I'd love to hear them. So once again, thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.